What is up, Team Gillette? It's Jennifer Gillette, and I am here with your training for the month of May. So we are going to be starting a new series. So the beginning of the year, we did a four-part series on the 4 skills you need to master to be successful in direct sales, and those are booking, hostess coaching, selling, and recruiting. And so if you haven't watched those videos yet, those are kind of like the foundation of what we do here at Mary and Martha, and really any direct sales company that you're a part of. Is we book, we coach our hostesses, we sell, and we recruit. And then what do we do next? We repeat: book, coach, sell, recruit. So for the rest of the year, so for the next 8 months, we're going to be talking about identity, and specifically who we are, how we roll. Who are we at Team Gillette? So I'm wearing my Warrior to Warrior shirt today, and I've created an acronym for Team Gillette. So I picked this name for 2 reasons. One is because when you become part of this team, you're really part of our family. And so Mike and I will always refer to ourselves as a team, and we're Team Gillette. So it's not about what Mike wants. It's not about what Jennifer wants. It's about the team and what's best for the team, and how we each have our own individual gifts and talents and skill that we bring to the table to benefit one another. And so you're part of our extended family as part of this Mary and Martha organization. And so we're going to be covering every month a new character trait. So for the month of May, we're talking about G, the G in Gillette. And G stands for generosity. So I'm going to share with you guys a story about generosity. So this is one of the 13 virtues I'm working on for 2022 with my Benjamin Franklin 13 virtues. I created my own virtues that I'm working on one virtue every month, and generosity was one of the virtues I wanted to work on. And so one of the things that the Lord has showed me is that generosity isn't just about money, because a lot of times we think about being generous with our money. The Lord loves a cheerful giver. Well, for me, what he's been showing me is that your generosity is also about, are you stingy with your time? Guilty. I'm always setting boundaries and creating like boxes around certain blocks of time because it's set so I'm able to stay focused on my goals and what I'm doing. And a couple of weeks ago at church, this was probably a couple months ago now, we had an opportunity for a service project. And as they were explaining it, I was getting really excited because we do these out of the box Sundays where we'll basically leave church and go do something for a local ministry or community. And it usually involves giving groceries, giving school supplies, helping homeless shelters, something that my husband and I are very passionate about. And so I kind of had like a dollar amount in my head of how much I wanted to give to this charity that they were talking about. And I was thinking, okay, and then after church, we're going to go to a small group, and then we can just give money to this thing, and then we can go have lunch, and then we can get home. And I had things I wanted to do Sunday afternoon. And I had this whole plan in my head. And then come to find out, when they got to the end of what they were requesting, they weren't requesting money. They were requesting time. We were packing these little food bags that were going to a different country, and it was like beans and rice. And they had this whole like display set up at Heritage Christian Academy in Hopkinsville, and they wanted us to go there. And like immediately I felt greed, like, I don't want to spend my time. I want to write a check, right? And so what God has been really working with me is that, yes, sometimes it's easier to give money, just to write a check or give money to something that tugs your heartstrings. It feels good to give, right? It feels good to be generous. And when the Lord has blessed you to be able to give those funds to something that you believe in, that you want to, you've been blessed so you can be a blessing. But then I realized, I didn't want to give my time. So with generosity, I want you to think outside of the box. And someone taught it to me this way: if you hold everything that God has given you like this, like you hold your money like it's this, or you hold your time, or you hold, whatever it is that you're being greedy with and holding on too tight, all you're ever going to have is what is in that fist, right? And I'm holding my phone with my other hand, but imagine I had both fists closed like this, right? But when you have both hands open with what God has given to you, and imagine both of my hands were stretched out like this, not only can you hold more because you're not tight-fisted, you're open, then you can freely give. And then what else are you in a position to do? Freely receive. And so I want you to be meditating about that this week. I want you to be thinking about that this week. I want you to keep your eyes open for the entire month of May for how can you be more generous. And generosity is something that it's once you've experienced other people being generous to you and you've experienced the joy of being able to freely give, it changes your heart. It just makes you a happier person. So I want to encourage you to ask the Lord to just kind of make your mind open and aware to maybe opportunities for service projects, maybe opportunities to give your financial resources. Maybe there's a cause or a charity or an organization that's near and dear to your heart that you can give to. I know in my Mary and Martha business, I love to be generous with the Word of God. And so anytime we have a great devotional that comes out that really touches me, like the last one, I'll show you the one I'm doing now, is the Unstoppable. I actually ordered 5 of these on my last order, and there were a couple of customer specials I could give away. So I was putting an order in. So I grabbed 5 of these. And I've been thinking about who in my life is pushing for a big goal, who they need that message of being unstoppable. And so I prayed and asked God to give me the names of friends that I could mail this to. And it was only $15. And so I was able to bless some other people with a book that is encouraging me and their close friends. And so I can have conversations with them and, see how the Lord is moving and working in their life. So I love that we have the opportunity to do that with like a t-shirt or a tote bag or a Lazy Susan. If you know someone getting married or having a baby, you can shop from yourself and be generous and give those to other people. But for me, it was all about my time. God was showing me, yes, it's good to have boundaries and to have goals and to stay focused and not get derailed and sidetracked, but be open when God has a service project for you or an opportunity to serve, that you have some margin in your life and that you're not so slammed busy every second of the day that you literally don't have time to serve when an opportunity presents itself. But to not be like this with your schedule, but to be like this with your schedule and say, Lord, I have plans today, but I surrender what I want to do to what you have planned for me, and I will be open to receive whatever comes in my path and just show me which way I need to take so that I honor you with my life and with my time and how I choose to spend my time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this message. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down there. If this video was helpful, you can do 2 things. You can give it a thumbs up, and then you can also comment down in the section the most helpful thing that you heard on this video or something that you want to implement in your life. Just go ahead and type that below. And then next month in June, I'll be back on here going over the I in Team Gillette, GI. So we'll be talking about that next month, and we'll just have a new topic every month so that you know who you are, who we are, how we roll at Team Gillette. All right, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.